US President Donald Trump ordered Special Forces commanders to develop a plan to invade Greenland, but is facing resistance from high-ranking military officials, according to the Daily Mail. Sources report that political hawks in the US president's inner circle, led by political advisor Stephen Miller, are so encouraged by the success of the operation to capture Venezuelan leader Nicolás Maduro that they want to quickly seize the island before Russia or China take any action, the publication writes. According to Politico, Trump needs to take just 4 simple steps to acquire Greenland. According to media reports, Americans connected to Trump have conducted covert operations to exert influence on the island. The first step is to strengthen the movement for Greenland's independence. The second step is to offer Greenland a lucrative deal. Politico suggested that if the push to accelerate a referendum on Greenland's independence succeeds and the territory's residents vote to leave Denmark, the next step would be to bring it under US influence. Politico emphasized that Europe, especially Denmark's EU allies, would oppose any attempts to separate Greenland from Copenhagen. However, the US administration has a trump card in this situation: Ukraine. According to an EU diplomat, the US could propose a security for security agreement under which Europe would receive security guarantees for Ukraine from the Trump administration in exchange for expanding America's role in Greenland. And the fourth step is the military takeover of the island. Meanwhile, Canada fears it could become Trump's next target after Venezuela and Greenland, Bloomberg reports. The agency believes that among the Canadian elite there is an acknowledgement of the possibility of military coercion by the United States. Against this backdrop, the Canadian government accelerates strengthening its military, increasing service member salaries, investing in fighter jets and submarines, but acknowledges these measures will only yield results over time. Additional risks are tied to the economy, since nearly 70% of Canadian exports go to the United States, and threats of revoking benefits under the free trade agreement between the US, Mexico, and Canada, or the imposition of new tariffs could deal a severe blow to the country.
The United States may attempt to establish control over Greenland as early as the coming months. Experts from Politico do not rule out that Washington may take advantage of a politically opportune moment.
And for more details, check out our report. You are watching the Glavred channel. I'm your host, Evgeny Serov. Like this video and subscribe to the channel.
The unexpected U.S. operation in Venezuela to detain President Nicolás Maduro and his wife has caused serious concern among European leaders. Now, in Europe, there is growing speculation about whether Greenland will be next, writes Politico. The publication notes that U.S. President Donald Trump has openly stated that the United States needs Greenland. He explained that the island is surrounded by Russian and Chinese ships, so control over it is a matter of national security for the United States. The article points out that Greenland is a self-governing territory, but is formally part of the Kingdom of Denmark. Tensions rose after Katie, the wife of White House advisor Stephen Miller, posted a map of Greenland with an American flag superimposed on it and the caption "Coming Soon" on social media. Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen responded to this by stating that the United States has no right to annex any of the 3 countries that are part of the Kingdom of Denmark, including Greenland and the Faroe Islands. Moreover, the head of Greenland's government, Jens Frederik Nielsen, emphasized that the island is not for sale. Experts interviewed by the publication suggest that Washington may try to take advantage of a politically favorable moment in the coming months. This could happen on the eve of the midterm elections in the United States and the 250th anniversary of American independence, which will be celebrated on July 4th. It is predicted that this may not be a military operation, as was the case with Venezuela, but rather a large-scale political influence campaign. Mujtaba Rahman, head of the European division at Eurasia Group, does not rule out that the United States may use a wide range of tools, from pressure to attempts to influence local elites. Earlier, it was reported that Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen stated that a possible U.S. attack on Greenland would mean the end of NATO. She called for the words of the White House chief to be taken seriously. Bloomberg notes that there is concern in Denmark over Trump's persistent efforts to gain control over Greenland following the U.S. raid in Venezuela.